Our universe in PelestanK is all about learning. So let's explore
the first episode of our brand new show for PelestanK TV.
Good morning, and we want them to learn how to say good morning.
Yay! Music, movies, animation.
Motivation, especially from the teachers.
Our skills will grow each day and we will leave our fears.
Hello. Hi. What's your name?
Introduce you by saying this.
We can do every smile on our face. Your journey here starts with PelestanK. Yay! From beginning to advanced, we'll grow and learn each day. PEC will take us there with care and show us the way. Learn with PEC and let the knowledge flow through. Pectoral, your brain muscles. It's simple and it's true. Your journey here starts with PelestanK.
Hello boys and girls, and welcome to another week's program of PEC. My name is Sarah and I'm your host, and today we have a lot of fun subjects to talk about. Today's subject is something I know you all love and I know you all enjoy playing with. We're going to be talking all about toys. So, for example, we have this toy over here. What does it look like to all of you? That's right, it's a toy bear. Now, we have one toy bear. So we say, this is a toy bear. We say, this is when we have one single object. For example, this is a piece of paper. We say, this is a, when we have one object. And that's how you talk about singular objects when you're talking in English to somebody. Or when you're playing with your friends and you have a lot of toys in front of you, you pick up one of the toys and you say, for example, this is a car. This is a car. You say this is a, and then you put the name of the toy that you have when you only have one of it. That's how you talk about singular objects. But now, if we look here, we have two toy bears. So, when you have two objects, you cannot say this is, because you have two, you do not have one. So, you say these are toy bears. You have to say these are, and then you have to add an S at the end of the object. Or, for example, you would say, these are toy cars. For example, if you had one car, you would say, this is a toy car. But if we have two of them, then we say, these are toy cars with the S at the end of the object. That is the difference between singular and plural grammar. Now that we've gotten that clear, how about you at home join our two animation friends, Shene and Caro, and we're going to listen to them talk to each other and play with their toys. And I need you to listen very, very carefully, because after we come back from our animation, we have another subject that we're going to talk about. And if you find it throughout the animation, then it's going to be very easy for you. So let's go and watch the animation and listen to our friends and how they talk about all their toys together.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to the show, where English is easy, fun to learn and grow. Look at this toy bear, what do you see? This is a bear, say it with me. When there's just one, this is the key. This is a, helps describe, you see. Toys all around in singular and plural. This and these, let's make it a mural. One or many, play and learn. With every toy a new term to discern. Now two bears, they're not just one. These are bears, isn't it fun? Plural means more, add an S. These are toys, now let's progress. Practice with me, it's easy to do. This is a bear, these are bears too. Singular, plural, and toys we find. A playful way to expand our mind. Now let's switch gears, new topic in line. line about contractions, they're simply divine. They're not, they are, it's easy to say. Shortening words the contraction way. Don't means do not, and aren't means are not. I'm is I am, see what we got. Contractions make talking a breeze. In PelestanK English course we learn with ease. One more time! Look at this toy bear, what do you see? This is a bear, say it with me. When there's just one, this is the key. This is a helps describe, you see. Toys all around in singular and plural. This and these, let's make it a mural. One or many, play and learn. With every toy a new term to discern. Now two bears, they're not just one. These are bears, isn't it fun? Plural means more, add an S. These are toys, now let's progress. Practice with me, it's easy to do. This is a bear, these are bears too. Singular, plural, and toys we find. A playful way to expand our mind. Now let's switch gears, new topic in line. About contractions, they're simply divine. They're not, they are, it's easy to say. Shortening words the contraction way. Don't means do not, and aren't means are not. I'm is I am, see what we got. Contractions make talking a breeze. In PelestanK English course we learn with ease. So that's our lesson, toys and words. Like flying high with language birds. Keep practicing, you'll see it's right. Join us next time, continue our flight.
So boys and girls, did you watch the animation very carefully? I hope you did. I hope you listened to Shana and Caro talking about their toys using the singular and plural. But if you listened very carefully, you would have heard them use another grammar subject that we have that we're going to talk about now, and it's called contractions. Now, what is a contraction? A contraction is when you shorten words so that when you speak, it is easier for you. For example, I could tell you, do not touch my toy. When I say do not, it takes me longer to say it and it is a little bit harder. So we shorten the word and we use the contraction, and instead of saying do not, we use the word don't. So I would say, don't touch my toy. Do you see? It's much easier than saying do not. We have many other contractions. For example, instead of saying are not, we can say aren't. Instead of saying they are, we say there. Instead of saying cannot, we say can't. These are all examples of contractions you would use on a daily basis every day, at school, in the playground, at home with your friends. You can use them anywhere when you're speaking informally on a daily basis. Now, boys and girls, we've come to the end of our grammar course. Now I have a very, very special guest that I want to introduce to you all, and we're going to speak a little bit more about our grammar, and we're going to interview her. So let's go and listen and see what she has to say to us. Now, boys and girls, we've come to the very special part of the show where I introduce my special guest to you all. Today's guest is Mrs. Diden, and she's come to help us talk about our grammar subjects for today. Welcome, Ms. Diden.
Thank you so much. Thanks for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
My first question for you today is, we started off our show by talking about singular objects. Through talking about singular objects, we use toy bears. How do you think using tangible objects like toy bears could help introduce the subject easier for the children?
Yeah, at first you have to more focus about what the students gain interesting. So the first thing is grammar is not easy to explain directly to the students. So the first step you have to do is bringing something interesting, something new, something they didn't saw before, something they didn't know about before, and letting them introduce that bear, that toy bear, that any game that you bring to them. So it helps them to understand better to the topic.
Very good. And speaking of the singular subject, could you explain how the use of this differs when we talk about singular or when we talk about multiple objects?
So according to the students is not like adults. They want to just understand the things more easier. So you have to just bring something that relates to the reality. So bring the things, for example, like as you said, bring a toy bear to them, or bring more toy bears opposite to them. Let them touch the bear and say this, and let them just mention the things that they see. And I'm gonna say it's far away from them, right? So they just can say that, or if it is too much, what we say, these or those. So just explaining like that, it makes it sounds easier.
I agree. So we need to have the objects in front of the children for them to visualize how they would see.
As I told you, the first step is this one, not directly going to the rule. Like we use that for like the things that you cannot touch, and one thing is far away from that. It's not like that.
Yeah.
Just explaining. You can't make the students sound like interesting, make them interest to the topic.
And what about the importance of teaching plural for the children when teaching them the English language?
Like as we are an English teachers, like we are in the English system schools, right? Like for example, in my school, it's Channel School, we're using English system school. We are just preventing English more. So the students, while they're talking, they have to be more fluent. They have to know how to describe the things around them, the things that they want in their real life. Like daily, we are using that pen, for example, how they can just tell the teacher that I didn't bring my pen, I didn't bring my pencil. So it helps them to introduce or to explain more, to understand more, or to what they said in order the teacher understands them.
Definitely. Now, in today's episode, we have an animation break to separate the different grammar subjects. What do you think is the importance of the role of animation when it comes to teaching new subjects?
Yeah, as the students, they are not, as I said, they are not adults, so they just understand the things that they care or they like or they love. So they like animation, they care about animation, the things that like make them more fun. They like the things that they enjoy, not the things that they don't like or they just can't understand. So it makes them sounds like more familiar to the teacher. The teacher gonna show them the animation and they're gonna be involved more.
So you would say that when it comes to teaching new subjects, the easiest way to get their attention would be through going through what they like.
To what they like, what they care, they can focus more on the things that they care about. Like the student gonna tell you, Miss, I don't care about this, that. Miss, we don't care, what's this? But if you're gonna show them by an animation, they can get it directly and we can say naturally without even telling them, this is this is that. We don't need that one. Yeah, it makes easier, smoother.
And Miss, how do you think teaching contractions aid the children when it comes to learning and speaking English?
Yeah, contraction, it is we can say abbreviation. So what's abbreviation? Abbreviation is using that word shorter, easier to say. So for the students, you have to first telling them why we need contractions, why we need abbreviation, explaining for them we need that stuff, that contraction in order to speak easier, to talk faster, quicker. You can be like just talking like a native speaker. So you can gain the interest of the student by talking about you can be a native speaker and they can gain and they can understand better to the topic.
And can you give us some examples of contractions you push your students to use on a daily basis?
They are using, for example, Miss, I don't have pen. Miss, I don't have eraser. Miss, I'm not engaged, for example, with that. So you have to tell them you use that word daily. But do you know that words, it relates to our topic? So you have to link the real life into their topic so they can engage more.
I agree. And another question that I have is, for example, in today's episode, we had 3 different grammar topics. We had singular, plural, and contractions. If you was to teach a lesson with multiple different grammar subjects, how would you ensure that the transition between the different subjects was smooth?
So for the students, they can't gain just the rules. So linking the real life, the real sentence that they're using daily, it helps you to, for example, explain more topics in a lesson without just bored, without the student feel bored with you. Like, so linking the real life is the best way to explain more than one topics to them.
And my last question for you is, can you share some ideas or techniques that you apply to your lessons to make grammar more engaging for the students?
As we know, grammar is not easy. It's full of the rules, and maybe we're as an English speakers, we gonna go outside of the rules sometimes. But you have to tell the students that we just don't have that rules. We're gonna use the grammar, explaining that stuff to them, then not directly going to the topic, not telling them we're using that for this one. You have to just, for example, at the first of the lesson, you can draw something on the board and letting them and asking them questions about what can you see, what are they? Or if you have smart boards, you can just bring some pictures and letting them describe, and do not telling them that you're wrong. Just fix their problem, just correct their problems without even telling you're wrong. For example, if they said, this is a board, you have to just directly telling them that that's a board because it is far away from you. Don't say that you're wrong. And we have another idea, bringing a PEC. If you have a data show or smart board, bringing that PEC and letting them explain. Then step by step narrowing down to the topic and letting them understand smoothly.
Thank you so much for coming on our show today. I hope you all took advantage of her great advice and everything that we learned today. Once again, thank you for coming.
Thanks to you too.
So boys and girls, let's all say thank you to my special guest who came, and she answered all of our questions perfectly, and I learned a lot from her. I hope you did too. Now let's go and let's join our host who's going to visit all of you in your school and in your playground. I heard you guys had so much fun, so let's go and watch and see what you guys said and what you did.
Hi guys, my name is Daria. Today I'll be going with some friends. We'll be asking some questions. Let's go. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
What's your name?
My name is Lydia.
Okay, today I'll be asking you some questions.
Okay.
What is your favorite toy?
My favorite toy is a bunny.
Okay. Can you name your toys?
Yeah, I have one named Bunny, and another one, it's still the same name, Dora. And then my last one is just a car that works with a remote control.
Who is your favorite friend that you play with the most?
Ilara.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Good, fine.
What's your name?
Gala.
Okay, today I'll be asking you some questions.
Okay.
What is your favorite toy?
My favorite toy is cat toys
and dog toys and teddy bear. Okay, how many toys do you have? Can you name them? I have a lot of toys. I can tell you 3 of them. The teddy bear and the cat and the dog. Who is your favorite friend that you want to play with the most? Sari. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
What's your name?
Ariasu.
Today I'll be asking you some questions.
Okay.
What is your favorite toy?
Cars.
How many toys do you have? Can you name them?
I have a lot like gun and cars.
Who is your favorite friend that you play with the most?
Ahmed and Mu'min.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
What's your name?
Farahnas.
Okay, today I'll be asking you some questions. What is your favorite toy?
Cats.
How many toys do you have? Can you name them?
Yes, I have cat and a dog and a duck.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Hi,
What's your name?
Paula.
Today I'll be asking you some questions.
Okay.
What is your favorite toy?
Like dogs and those stuff.
How many toys do you have and can you name them?
I have a teddy bear and a dog.
Who is your favorite friend that you hang out with the most?
I have a lot of friends. Daniel, Revan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
What's your name?
Naz Muhammad.
Okay, today I'll be asking you some questions.
Okay.
What is your favorite toy?
I have a lot of toys, but my favorite toy is one of my toy cats.
I have a toy hippo, that's my favorite. How many toys do you have? And can you name them?
I have a lot of toys. My toy cat's named Jared.
Who is your favorite friend that you want to play with the most?
I have a friend in grade 4A. Her name is Eileen. She's really sweet.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for watching this program. See you until the next episode. Bye.
So boys and girls, we watched you outside answering all of the questions in your school, in your playground. I hope those of you who answered had a lot of fun, and for those of you who didn't answer, maybe next time you will get a chance.
Oh look, Waju, this was the bear I told you I wanted. It's cute, but look at these all these bears. Like, look at this bunny. Why don't you get this one? It's cute. And this one's cute too. Which one do you prefer? I prefer the bunny. Yeah, I like it. Look at this bicycle that I wanted. Let's go. Alright, let's go. Rosa, look at this bicycle that I wanted. And yes, there's the orange version of it too. I really wanted that. Plus, they have a gray one for you. Well, I already have this bunny, so I don't need a gray one. And plus, you always get bicycles. Why don't you try something different? Well, what should I get? I don't know. We can look around and see what we can find. Okay, let's go. Oh, look, Wesley, you could get this piano for your piano lesson. Oh, yeah. And here's one for you. We can be matching and play together. Yeah. Do you want to play some right now? Sure. Oh, look, the guitar's there. Oh, yeah, let's go. Oh, look at these football balls. We both like football. Yeah, we do. There's small balls and there's big balls. But we can't play with those. Oh, they're football balls. Yeah, which one do you prefer? The yellow one or the blue one? I prefer the yellow one. Same. Let's buy this. It's fun. Yeah, play together. Yeah, sure. Here.
Now I have something to ask for you all. I have a question for you this week as well. My question for you this week is, I want you to talk about your favorite toy, and I want you to tell me what you like and what you don't like about your toy. And I want you to take a video or a picture with you, with your toy, and send it to us through our social media here. Now, boys and girls, sadly, we've come to the end of today's episode. But don't worry, you can join us next week for our next program of PEC, PelestanK English course. I'm very sad to say goodbye, but I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Our universe in PelestanK is all about learning. So let's explore the
first episode of our brand new show for PelestanK TV. PEC.
Morning, and we want them to learn how to say good morning.
Yay! Music, movies,
A lot of
animation.
motivation, especially from the teachers.
Our skills will grow each day and we will leave our fears.
Hello. Hi. What's your name? Introduce you by saying this.
We can do every smile on our face. Your journey here starts with PelestanK. Yay! From beginning to advance, we'll grow and learn each day. PEC will take us there with care and show us the way. Learn with PEC and let the knowledge flow through. PEC to roll your brain,